everyone, I'm Rex, and welcome back to another Train Simul 6 video. Today I'm on the East Coast Main Line route and we're going to be driving a Class 801 to Peterborough under the service 1 Bravo 89 Newark Northgate to London King's Cross. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's put the DRA in first. Let's get the safeties on. Master key in, reverser into neutral. Let's open up the doors.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Register the GSMR radio, 1 Bravo 89. Just wait for that to register. And there we go. So we're kind of stuck inside here for a bit. I'll just come out. There we go. We are here at Newark Northgate, back on Train Sim World 4's East Coast Main Line, which is still a rather nice route, I would definitely say. But obviously, the recent patch notes highlighted just some improvements for the East Coast Main Line. I can't exactly remember what they were, so let's drive a bit of East Coast Main Line and see what those improvements may be, I suppose. So as we wait for time to come up, just have a look around the cab. I believe these do not work. No, they don't work. You can push them, but no sound, which is a shame. Right, we'll shut the doors. On red. Yep, that's bad practice, Rex. Open them back up. Shouldn't be closing on a red. That's for starters. Right, now we can close them. Just pretend it made a sound. And let's get going. Right, so as you can tell, we're on the old East Coast Main Line timetable before the timetable change that happened in May 2025. So we're running on the old diagrams, which is cool. Got an 801 sat there. This is the camera angle I really wanted to get. But we'll move over to this one and we'll put it down here. Kind of like just where the door is. Yeah, a bit like that. And we're allowed to go up to 125 miles per hour. Lovely. So, our calling points for today are Grantham and Peterborough, which then this service will continue off to probably either Stevenage or just King's Cross. So it just depends on its timetable pattern. We can actually have a look outside. So where it's actually calling at, after Grantham. We'll come round on this part here, right here. Grantham, Peterborough, Stevenage and London's King's Cross. So yes, this service will be stopping at Stevenage. Bit of safeties there, we'll do a flyby. Marvellous. Just watching my speed. Sometimes I do actually like to drive like this, without the hood, as it's challenging. Don't know what the next signal is going to be, except from the green, which is what we like. Another crossing. Loving the flybys. Another green, that's fantastic. It's nice to revisit the It's nice to revisit the East Coast Main Line because, well, I for sure would like more East Coast Main Line routes on Train SimWorld. There's been a lot of West Coast Main Lines lately, and I'm just thinking to myself, when's East Coast Main Line going to get the love? You know, because obviously I don't mind more West Coast Main Line. It means we get the full Euston to Glasgow hopefully one day. But I also think we should maybe get King's Cross to Edinburgh one day. You know, through separate routes, of course. I wouldn't want it to be a full massive route, otherwise we'd have many performance issues. But yeah, the thought's always there. And not only that, you could backdate the timetables if you wanted, to probably include more running operations for the Class 90. Class 91, sorry. 90 popped in the head first, sorry guys. Okay, so just monitoring my speed, making sure everything is going exactly how it should. Making sure I'm not overspeeding as well. Just absolutely loving blasting through the countryside on a Class 801. But it would be even more cooler if we could do the same in a Class 91. I'd love to see that on this route, to be fair. You know, we could also include it on other stretches of the East Coast Main Line should we end up getting any more. I hope so. Like, for example, if we got a Doncaster to Newcastle stretch, that would be a lovely stretch for the Class 91. Now, I know Grantham's nearby. I had a feeling there was a 115 coming. I know this is sort of cheating, sorry guys. Put it back up now. But I wasn't too sure whether there was a speed limit restriction around the corner. So this is nice. How far away are we from Grantham now? Ah, not too far, 3.3 miles. That's why I put the reading light on, so you can see through the tunnels. Far away now, 2.2 miles. I think we'll start the braking at some point. Oh, hang on a minute. Hey, there's Scotsman. With a 66 on the end. Why not? Alright, let's start slowing down now for Grantham. Another LNER Zoomer going by. Can see the speed going down pretty well. I gotta admit, they've sort of given this route kind of like a Train Sim World 5 kind of look. I don't really know how I'm gonna explain this one, but it looks as if it just came out last year, you know? I wonder if that's what the improvements might have been for this route. It looks good though. And look at that, we're stopping without no HUD. We're literally HUD-less at the moment, which is great. I don't know how late we actually are. We'll probably have a look once we stop. Or if we're on time, we could be. We are actually early. That's actually incredible. Okay, so we're going to lock the doors now. Going to go HUD-less now. Again. I can't believe I actually found the button. And let's get going. So now that we're leaving Grantham, our next station stop is Peterborough. 115 there, so we know what speed limit we need to go now. And off we go. Oh, we were already full power anyways. Ah, fair enough. Wonder why it felt we were leaving quicker. Another LNER zoomer there. It's a 9-car service as well. Lovely stuff. Alright, so coming around this corner, still on 115. There's been no speed limit changes yet. Can imagine there will be one just after we go through the tunnel. Just keeping an eye trackside just in case there is any speed limit restrictions. Doesn't seem to be any, so we're all good. Another safety system going off there. $107 now. 108. 109. 110. 111. I think I'll cap it around about 114. That would be the most smartest decision there. Yeah, that's in its coasting position. That's good. So I've capped it around about 113. To increase the speed if need be, but I think we're okay. Oh, what's this? ETCS, acknowledge. Oh, fair enough. I think it's always been there, to be fair. ETCS will just come on this digital screen down here. And then you'll have like a speed thing that tells you what your speed is and, you know, type of thing. I think that was a symbol for 125 there. Just double check. Yes. Absolutely loving this. But of course, because I'm HUD-less, I have to keep my eyes in the cab. So not a lot of outside flybys for this video, more of a we need to concentrate type of thing. It's not too bad. Just keeping an eye on the speed. Lovely. We're doing pretty well, to be fair. Flashing green says that we can go 140 miles per hour, but they're not actually taken for that. We just go 125. So they're just basically ignored, if I'm being honest. Although, perhaps one day the East Coast Main Line might go 140 mile per hour. Maybe one day. Certainly won't be for a while yet. But if ETCS, which is this new safety system that's coming in, allows it, could be cool. Okay, so we're on a long stretch now, so I can imagine we'll be going past maybe the spot where the Mallard beat the record for its speed. I haven't seen it just yet, but it is on this side, so I'm just hoping to maybe see it, and hopefully we haven't just missed it there, if you get my meaning. Oh no, there it is. Wonderful, marvellous. I'm glad I was able to still find it, because obviously if you're not particularly looking for it, you'll miss it. So I'm just keeping an eye on the speed. I can see we dropped to 120 there, so I'll try and get it back up to 125 again. Well, 124, because obviously I don't want to be overspeeding. Right, that's off. Lovely. So I chose an evening service because obviously I don't do many of them. And I like to do a few, so... Now and again, I will try and slot in an evening service. Nighttime doesn't particularly show well on the game when you put it on videos, so I tend to avoid nighttime in a sense. Unless of course it's like a dusk to dark service, which then it's possible I could do that, you know. LNER Azuma going by. Lovely stuff. Right, I'll just turn the power off for that. Okay, so I'm slowing down because I had a double amber before a green. That's just clear to a green now, so I can put some more power back up now. But I was just weary of the signals, obviously, because I've got no HUD, so I can't really tell what's in front. So I'm just keeping an eye on the signalling and making sure that I don't run a red. I was also trying to keep the speed at the same time. Multitasking here. It's not bad though, because I'm basically learning myself how to go by the speedometer, not by the game controls. So we try again. We've still got greens, which is all right. Another one of those crossings. Wonder how far we are from Peterborough now. Let's have a look. 4.6 miles. Okay. So we'll have to start braking very soon. But not yet. I think at this point though, after sort of around this point, I will actually start putting in some braking. I think after the signal. Perhaps. Yeah. Just putting a bit of braking. See if I can guess where Peterborough is. We've still got greens here, so it's not here yet, but we are bringing down the speed so that we can stop for Peterborough. I'm going to bring some down again because this is looking very close to what Peterborough looks like. Oh, here's the freight yards, and there's our amber. Lovely, okay. Another LNER Azuma going by. Keeping an eye on the speed. I do not know what our crossover is going to be because I have no idea what platform of Peterborough we're going into. So this is going to be fun. Bringing down more speed, as that's our single amber. Right, well, the feathers are not on, so I can imagine we're going into Peterborough platform 3. So I can roughly estimate maybe about 25 mile per hour speed restriction, perhaps. So we'll get down for that now, so then that's not something we have to worry about for later. And then of course entering into platform 3, bring ourselves down to 20, and then we'll stop for the station. Oh, it's 105 through here. I did not know that till now. Oh well. We're probably late stopping in here now then. Thameslink 700 over there for the Bedford services. And here we are coming into Peterborough on a red. So once we stop, all procedures apply. Another Thameslink 700 there. What a stop. Just trying to... There we go. DRA in. Lovely. I think the HUD is trying to catch up. What was my arrival time? Oh, we're actually on time. That was cool. Alright, and that was it. So, we managed a 3.22 yard stop at Grantham and a 1.25 yard stop at Peterborough. Lovely. We were not reduced any AP for speeding because I was watching my speeding. The time taken was 32 minutes 48 seconds and the distance driven was 43.79 miles. We did get a platinum medal and a 12,837 AP score. Right, so that is going to be it for today's video. If you made it the start, thank you so much for watching. Please do comment down below what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. Leave a like and I will see you all in the next video. But until then, see you all later.